Hey chili heads, welcome back to Red or Green. I am so excited to share today's recipe with you. We're going to make some seafood enchiladas. Now this recipe is so decadent and delicious. There used to be a restaurant here in Albuquerque called Seagull Street, and they used to make the most ultimate seafood enchiladas. So this recipe is sort of a copycat of that. However, in order to get the best flavor out of this, today we're partnering with the Fresh Chile Company, and we're using their red chili roast, which takes this recipe to the next level. You don't often find versions of this unless you intentionally package this at the end of the season when the green chili starts to turn red. So it's a really delicious and kind of rare find. We are going to give you 10% off if you use the code RedOrGreen10. You'll find that link down below in the description box. Don't forget to get your version of this delicious red chili roast. All right, I think we have everything we need here. I'm excited to share this recipe with you. I do hope you make it. Also, if you haven't subscribed, don't forget to subscribe. Hit post notifications. That way, whenever we release a new video, you get notified right away. And if there are any recipes you'd like to see on the channel, leave it in the comments below. We'll do our best to get it on the channel in the future. All right, we've got everything we need here, so let's get to it.
Let's start by finely mincing 1/4 cup of an onion. We want this finely diced because this is just the flavor base. Now we'll go on to mincing 1 clove of garlic. Now we'll move on to cut about 1 pound of medium-sized uncooked shrimp into 1-inch pieces. And we'll go ahead and set this aside. Now in a large saucepan, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of olive oil. And go ahead and add in your garlic and onion. And let's cook this up for about 1 minute, just until the onion turns translucent. Now add in the shrimp. And let's cook this up just until the shrimp turns opaque. Next, add in the 2 cups of crab meat. And we're going to mix this all up until everything is incorporated. Now set this aside. In the same saucepan, we're going to melt 4 tablespoons of butter. And add in 4 tablespoons of flour. This is our roux. This is the base for our sauce. And we'll cook this for about 1 minute. It's important to cook out the flour taste. Now gradually start to add in your milk. Using a whisk and whisking continuously, this is very important. When the milk is completely incorporated and it starts to bubble just a little bit, start to add in your 1 cup of shrimp broth and mix until combined. Now I'm going to add in 2 cups of shredded cheddar cheese. And we'll stir this up until it's all combined. Along with 8 ounces of cream cheese. Next, add a 1/2 teaspoon of salt and 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. Along with, yes, you guessed it, the star of the show is this red chili roast. Add the entire jar and stir until it's completely combined. I will let the sauce cook for about 15 minutes, just until all the flavors come together. While the sauce is preparing, we're going to flash fry our corn tortillas on each side for about 30 seconds. This helps to make the tortillas a little more pliable when we're rolling them up. You can pat these dry with a paper towel just to get some of the oil off. When the sauce is done, you can set it aside. Once the sauce has cooled slightly, I'm going to add about 1/2 cup of the sauce to the seafood mixture. and just stir until it's all combined. Now it is time to assemble our enchiladas. I'm going to grease about a 9 by 12 baking sheet. I'm going to add a little bit of the sauce to the bottom of the baking sheet. Now add 1 to 2 tablespoons of the seafood mix at the bottom of the corn tortilla, along with just about a teaspoon of shredded sharp cheddar cheese, more or less according to your palate. Now roll the tortilla to the top with the seam side down once you place it into the baking sheet. Now repeat this with the rest of the tortillas. Now add plenty of the red chili sauce on top of the enchiladas. Now we'll top with the remaining sharp cheddar cheese. This smells so wonderful. Now we're going to cover this with some foil. And bake in the oven for 30 to 40 minutes. The last 5 minutes, I'm going to remove the foil and cook uncovered. Once it's done, let it cool for about 10 minutes before you start to serve. Enjoy!